Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. Today's video is going to be my next Project Pan update, the penultimate one in 2023. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I have all of my items right here. We're just gonna go through them one at a time. I will let you know how many times I used each item. And I do have an empty, so we're gonna actually start with that one. And then we're gonna chat about whether I think I'm actually gonna be able to finish these items before the end of the year. So let's go ahead and talk about the one empty that I do have from November, which is the shade from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. It is the shade Marzipan. So here is what it's looked like throughout this project. And here is what it is looking like right now. I did finish this back on November 28th. In the month of November, I used it 13 times for a total of 28 times. Now that that shade is done, this is going to be decluttered from my collection. This is just not a palette that I am really gravitating towards. These shades I feel are very basic. I have them in other palettes in my collection, so there is really no reason to hold on to this. So this will be leaving. It had a good run, but it's time for it to go. The next item I'm going to talk about are the face masks that I did use during the month of November. I only used 2 of them. If you remember from my intro, I did have 10 total masks that I was trying to use up. I used 3 of them in October, 2 of them in November, which means I still have 5 left. So I'm going to have to buckle down and really make sure I'm actively remembering to use them in December to get them all used up. But the 2 that I did use up were from a Harry Potter collection that came from Boots, which is a drugstore company in the UK. They were sent to me as a Christmas gift several years ago, like before COVID, and they've just been hanging around. So the ones I used were the Harry Potter inspired one and also the Luna Lovegood inspired one. Now, I did not love these. First of all, they're very small. Considering that they are for adults, the eye holes are very small and they don't actually fit that well on my face. And I don't think I have like an overly large face, but I did have to like cut across the eye area so that I could shift the top part up and shift the top part down because they really don't fit on my face. So I was happy to get these used up. They were not worth holding on to. These were just supposed to be moisturizing, which I guess they were, but if this is the standard for like the Boots face masks, I would not recommend them. Now let's talk about an item that I know is going to be done before the end of the year. It is the Bite Agave Intensive Lip Mask, which I have been using overnight. So here is what it is looking like right now. You can see that I am down to just the very bottom of the product, and you can see the line again right here, a little bit closer up. I don't actually know that there's that much left. This is actually getting quite hard to squeeze out. I'm having to like flip the product up to squeeze the little bit that's remaining out. So this will definitely be used up in December. So I did use this a total of 22 times, and this will be one that will be moved out of my collection at year's end. It was nice. It is very thick. It's not something that I would repurchase even if I were able to, so it will be nice to get this one out of my collection. Let's talk about the other Bite item that I have in this project. This is the Bite Yaysayer Gloss in the shade Guava Puff. So here is the picture of what it is looking like. You can see I did use about the same amount that I used in October, but that means that I have more than I was hoping to have left for December. So I am not sure that I'm going to be able to finish this up. I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm applying it at least once a day. I did put it on before I filmed this video, so I don't know. I'll just have to see. I did use this a total of 21 times. So there were some days in November that I forgot to apply it. I don't know that that would have made like a huge amount of difference, but I am going to do my best to put this on every day in December. I have already put it on the 1st, and today today on the 2nd. So I'm just gonna have to see how it goes. Hopefully I will be able to use this up because I would really hate to have to carry this over into 2024 when there's just like the tiniest bit left. So let's cross our fingers that I can do it. The next item I have is my Too Faced Papa Don't Peach Blush. I did add this into my project pan back for November. So I did use this a total of 11 times in November. And as you can see, here's what it looked like at the start of that month. And then here's what we're looking like now. This is actually quite expanded in terms of the pan. This is actually something that I think I can pan next year. So there's a lot still left around the outside, but it's pretty thin in the middle, so I would love to clear that entire middle out, and then you will most likely see this again in 2024 because I would like to use this up. This is a glowy peach blush, and I do have another one sitting in my cabinet. It is from Milani. It is the Luminoso blush, so there's really no reason for me to have two glowy peach blushes, and this one has been in my collection for a long time, so it is time to get it used up, even though I do love it. Now let's talk about the perfume that is in my collection. This is the Coach Poppy Wildflower perfume. So as you can see, the progress marks are going pretty well. This was completely full when I started in October. So you can see I used pretty much the same amount in November as I did in October. I did put it on 21 times. This does have a very nice scent. It is very much a fall winter scent. I would love to be able to get this done by the end of the year, but looking at how much I was able to use both of the previous 2 months, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, but this will definitely be something that I do finish in the first month of 2024 because I think I would just need that little bit more time to get it totally finished. And the final item that I have is this Grism neck cream. I have been applying this morning and night when I remember. My neck gets particularly itchy when the weather changes. It's just something that really kind of affects me, particularly like right where a necklace would sit. So I have been putting this on in the morning as well. I did use this a total of 15 times in November, and here is what it is looking like. So you can see that I do still have a decent amount of the product left, but I am thinking I should be able to get this done in the month if I do remember to use it both morning and night. So hopefully this one will also be moved out of my collection. It's fine, but it's not anything special. I don't feel like I need to have this in addition to other products. And I actually found something that works a little bit better for my itchiness. It's like an eczema relief cream from, I believe, Aveeno. I like that one. It's a lighter texture and I feel like it does a little bit better job of like hydrating that area and helping with the itchiness. So I would like for this one to be done. Hopefully that will happen at the end of this month. And there you have it, y'all. That is my next project pan update. You will be seeing a finale to this project a little bit before the end of December. I am going to do a week where I do a bunch of like catch-ups and project finales, so stay tuned for that. But this should be about a month's worth of progress, and hopefully these items will be used up in that time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, everyone.